Uh, what's up, fellas? How's it going? Just marking off the paper. I marked it off over here too. Today, we're gonna learn about how to draw Bowser. Bowser, the cool, classic video game villain in Mario. Maybe a little bit of a cartoonier version. I'm still using this tiny freaking pencil here, which is almost gone. Prismacolor Verithin or something. It's like a blue one. I need pencils, people. I need to do that. I'll figure that out. He is a very rounded character. His proportions are... I'm drawing a circle just to get a broad idea where the hell his head is. Circle for his shell. You got giant arms, you know. He's got that cartoony look. Yeah, alright. Feet over here. Stumpy tail. And, you know, there's different versions of him, and some incarnations look more badass than the other. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the Smash Brothers version of him. Sorry, I have to sharpen that. I'm a big fan of the Smash Brothers version of him. Really awesome. But I'm going to draw the more cartoony version because I feel like that lends itself to more line art right now. So I'm going to draw in the shapes very broadly. He's got a big friggin' mouth. Trying to trace it out. He's got this almost looks like giant, like he's got, I don't know what do you call it. He's got a big muzzle, you know. Big muzzle. Just drawing some shapes right here. Broad, big shapes. Hope you can see that. This is the best camera I got, guys. Sorry, it is the iPhone that I'm recording on. I'm not going to buy another camera for this. In the future, I will, but actually, I have to rent a camera for the other project I'm working on. I cannot afford a better camera than this, so we'll just have to make do. His body is a little bigger, though. I'm going to go off the scale that I put in there. Whew. Sorry. Oh, a little tired. I'm very sorry about that. So that's general proportion. Again, it's just a mess. I'm not drawing too dark because I just want placement, you know. Then now I'm going to draw dark. Back at it. I might put my own little flavor in here, actually. Nah, fuck it. Sorry about the bad words, but no, I can't do that. You can kind of do it, but still want to be recognizable. This isn't remix Bowser. This is just a general Bowser. Alright. Nostril right there. That big cool mouth. I've seen some people draw his nose as more of an entity. It's a little bit different, you know. But I like to have it all in one. At least for this look. Anybody watch Super Mario Brothers movie? That was such a crazy movie. I don't know what they were thinking when they made that movie. It was so completely different than Super Mario Brothers. The Goombas were like these big buff dudes or something, like these big buff guys with tiny heads. That was just such a bizarre movie. And then Mario and Luigi were a father and son or adopted son, and their last name is Mario. That was such a weird thing. Man, I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked it as a little kid, but I look back on it, it's such a... If that came out today, I mean, I would have been mad. I would have been really mad. Although they are remaking a lot of stuff that I loved as a kid. They're remaking Ninja Turtles soon. I mean, they're making that into a kind of a giant movie again. I'm really afraid of that. Really afraid. But, so be it. I mean, I know they're remaking a comic. They're remaking the Fantastic Four movie, and people are really pretty mad about the casting of that also. They picked a lot of teen people. They just picked a lot of people that didn't really fit it. I heard, again, I was never a big Fantastic Four fan, so I don't care that much. I should because I watched the cartoon, and I guess I never really had an epic. Sorry about that. I'm getting way off topic here. I never had an epic Fantastic Four cartoon. There's an epic X-Men cartoon and then an epic Spider-Man cartoon that a lot of people grew up with, but I don't remember there being a fan. There was a cartoon, but I don't remember there was a big one. That people really still remember and reference and hits Netflix. And there was a Silver Surfer cartoon, which was really lame. Anyways, back to Nintendo. Back to Nintendo. This guy's hairdo. He's got that spike collar. It's very, very masculine, very, I don't know. Some people would say it's very dom, but I would say it's very heavy metal. His shell over here. And his arm, though, comes kind of out of it, though, in front of it. Also, when you're drawing, try to draw deliberate. Like, draw slow to kind of make sure you got the line there. You got all day. You got all day, man. Even if you're on a commission, they still give you several days. So, if you're doing a commission, you got... Because chances are, if you do it slower... Wow, actually, I feel like I'm talking to myself right now as well, because I'm kind of just free talking, and I'm remembering things as I'm free talking. One of my teachers was like, the ironic part, and it's pretty common sense, but it's good to hear. The irony is that when you draw slower, more deliberate, it looks slower. Okay, I messed up right there. Ironic. It looks slower, but the thing is, when you draw slow, you make a lot less corrections to it, You don't just speed through it and you have to redesign stuff, and, what I mean? You just take your time. What is that? The tortoise and the hare? That moral of that story? Take your time, it'll come together. Take your time. Oh, here's a kind of a related story, and this is just going to be jabbering. I'm sorry about these kind of odd things I say. For Christmas, I got Brain Age, on the Wii. Don't have a Wii U, I don't know if I'll ever really have it. Well, I'll probably have a Wii U when it becomes unbearable, I'm the kind of guy that plays, like, the first party games, and then I'm kind of, that's the reason I bought the system, really. And otherwise I play the PlayStation stuff. But I'll always be like a Nintendo fan for their first party stuff. And I'm aware it seems like a rehash, but I don't care. I want it. I want all their stuff. Want every Zelda game. Want all that stuff. And I've got Brain Age on finishing off the shell. I got Brain Age on the Wii. Game didn't work. I was like, okay. Several other games, okay, the game didn't work, so I cleaned it. Didn't really seem like it had many scratches on it or anything. Cleaned it, and it just still wouldn't work. It would not work. And so when I checked out the error, I went on the internet, and they said there's an error where I have to clean the lens on my Wii. And I did. I made this homemade thing. I didn't want to get the cleaner because I don't know. You have to buy someone. You have to buy it, and it'll take forever to come in the mail. Apparently, it would take a long time to come in the mail, so I didn't want to buy it. I was like, forget about it. I'm just going to make one, because it's cheaper just to make one. It's just a piece of cardboard. If anybody's ever done this, let me know. It's just a chunk of cardboard, and you shove it into the system and while it's off, and then you clean it. And some people say shove it in while it's on, but I don't want to do that. Did that, cleaned the lens as well as I could, and basically you put like tissue paper onto a stick or something. Whatever it is, I did it. Still couldn't get it work. I was like, forget it. I need some fix. So there's only 2 places in my city that fix game systems, Only two. Let me sharpen this. Only two places that sharpen game two places that fix game systems. And I went to one of them, the cheaper one, and it wasn't much cheaper, by the way. It was a good place, amazing. Took the system, fixed it, awesome. I put that game in there. I could tell the system was much better. I could just tell. And put that game in there. That game would not work. Still, I was like, I spent money fixing that system, and that particular game would not work still, even though the system was running better. All right, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it is a disc. Has to be. So I did those disc cleaner things, where they grind a layer off the Wii disc, and they didn't have that. So I had to go to an obscure. The gaming place did not have that machine. What did have the machine was a pawn shop. They had it. The pawn shop had the machine. So I went to this pawn shop, paid some more money, not much, and I had to, well, the thing was, it was kind of a big drive. This was like baby guy. This was like this was like baby Bowser, but no, it's just Bowser, man. I'm keeping it the same. This title is not changing. Its legs are a little shorter than I should have drawn them, actually. That's why I started like baby Bowser. And took my Wii. Took the Wii. Okay, so I took the game, got the disc grinded out, no scratches on it, put it in there, it still doesn't work. I don't know what's going on. So I said, forget about it. Something's wrong with the disc. I'm just going to buy it. I bought it off the internet again. On sale. Got in the mail. And this new copy still doesn't play. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the game in to the store, tell them everything, and have them fix it. It's making me mad. It's freaking me out. It's pissing me off. So, anyway, that's a little bit about my trying to fix my game system. Sorry. That's just something that's plaguing me right now. Thought I'd vent. I'd vent via the internet. So I'm drawing his other hand behind there, and he's got a very simple design. Everything's very round too. When I draw these spikes, they're not totally at a spike. I kind of round the edge off at the edge of the spike. He looks like he's made to build a toy out of. Bowser. And like I said, his legs are a little bit shorter than normal. Putting this over here for perspective's sake, his legs are a little bit shorter than normal, but again, that's making him look like a baby. It looks like freaking. What are the baby versions of them? There was an old cartoon, and they would have baby versions of Bowser's, and I think they would call Bowser Koopa at that time, as well. I think in the cartoon they called him Koopa. I forget. Now I'm going to put a contour around the whole thing. I'm going to darken the contour. And this arm comes in front of his body, so I'm going to darken the contour of just that arm. That's what you call it at that point. That amount looks really empty to me right now, so I'm going to add a little bit of value to kind of separate her face. Darken in the eye. If I want to darken anything, I usually darken the contour of the whole thing. Here, the arm that comes in front, like doing that, whatever appendage comes in the front, like just line drawings. Because we're looking through this camera per se, and whatever's near, a little bit more closer to us. I usually put a darker line around it. We see the entire background to make it come forward, and then I go into the eye really hard. To separate the background. It is really the focal point in almost anything. Sometimes they told us not to do that because that was for different purposes. And that's about it. There's really no texture on his shell on this version of Bowser. That is a quick Bowser. Sorry I may have bored you with that story, but hopefully you saw the way I was going through this. Things to remember.
Down here.
Some key things to remember. One, he's got more. He's made up of rounded forms. You know,
always
the more. I mean, they did kind of make him more angular.
You know, just some vague.
In Smash Brothers, I love that design.
Nothing crazy.
But for the most part, generally he is made up of rounder forms in almost every other incarnation.
Too hard.
I think even Mario Kart kind of has that look to him as well. He's a round character, especially his mouth. Even in the most angular form he has, his mouth will always be kind of that rounded shape. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys, for watching me draw. If you did like what you see, please share.
All right, guys, that's
and
pretty
subscribe.
much the end of it.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate everything.
And
you
please
know,
subscribe.
I got some very nice things from some of you guys, and I really appreciate that. It's amazing.
And I'll see you next time.
I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you.
Oh,
by the way, one last thing.
As many days
please,
as I can. You know, I'm gonna try to,
especially if you're looking at this video right now, add my Facebook. It's on the right over here. Click on it. Add it and like the Easy Things to Draw Facebook page because I believe it needs more likes. You know, if you did like it. So, see you later.